Lee Charles started his career as a scriptwriter for Coronation Street. On being made redundant, he used his redundancy money to buy himself some pens and pencils, and he set off and wrote The Killing Floor. And as they say, the rest is history. He now has 14 or 15 books to his name, and his latest is 61 Hours. And it begins in South Dakota. It's a very cold, dark night, and Jack Reacher is on a bus, and the bus crashes. And so they finish up in this small town, and the story takes off from then. Jack Reacher is an ex-Marine who travels very lightly. He has all his belongings in a hand grip, and he doesn't want to set the world to rights. He just wants to stop bad people doing the damage and the harm that they do. And he's a very self-sufficient man. Now, his fans are both men and women. They like the story. They like the pace of the story. Jack Reacher is able to get inside the head of this lone man, and it always starts with a fairly small incident and then builds up into a great thriller. The interesting thing about this book, and it's just new on the bookshelves, is that you're going to have to wait, and the world is going to have to wait, until September for the second part of the story. This is the first time that Lee Child has spread his story into 2 books. He's going to be visiting New Zealand. It's going to be hard to miss him, but he's a great man to be acquainted with, and his books are great reads, and they always go to #1, particularly in New Zealand. So if you haven't read him before, I do recommend him to you. This is his 14th or 15th book, and it will leave you dangling, and you will want to know what happens to Jack Reacher. I can assure you of that.